Remco Evenepoel caught in Team Ineos power struggle. Tour meltdown, a GC hopelessly misplaced. Our story begins at the 2025 Tour de France, where Remco Evenepoel, the Belgian Olympic champion and former world champion, entered with all the subtlety of a wrecking ball carrying a rainbow jersey. Early optimism followed. He won the Stage 5 time trial in Cayenne, grabbed the white jersey, and stacked the field and claimed the GC top 3 by Stage 12. Ever hopeful, ever dramatic. Inventory: one world beater's shaven mindset, one heart full of ambition, and one team praying. Then came the Pyrenees. By Stage 12, Evenepoel was dropped on the Col de Sola and later crushed on the Hautacam. Teammate Ilian van Wilder tried to drag him back, but the Belgian's legs misfired while his confidence short-circuited. On Stage 14 of the Tourmalet, the inevitable happened. Evenepoel, already 7 minutes behind the yellow jersey, abandoned the Tour, citing exhaustion and illness. His team sports director Tom Steels said, quote, "He didn't feel good. He didn't have the legs to suffer. Best thing was to continue and recover." Evenepoel himself described the experience as, quote, "one of the rawest, most vulnerable moments of my career. I broke, and strangely enough, I'm proud of it." He made the wise, if heartbreaking call: you have to be careful not to lose months instead of days. There you have it. GC hopes dashed, body betrayed, psyche in tatters, and the transfer rumours previously simmering were now suddenly escalated to a fever pitch. Pinning for Team Ineos, rumours and money talks. What do you do when you're a GC talent contract bound through 2026 but struggling with your current setup? Well, apparently you let the cycling gossip mill roar on. The man himself has tried to keep quiet. His father, sporting the unofficial title of Remco's emotional press secretary, did not. Patrick Evenepoel went full spoiler mode. Quote, "I cannot assure that Remco will still be riding with the team next year. Remco wants to stay, provided everything is done so he can be competitive." Meanwhile, Soudal Quickstep management, especially team manager Patrick Lefebvre, is publicly assuring fans that he'll definitely be riding with us for another year. But inside, panic diaries are well underway, because if Ineos is calling, and if realistically, quote, 2 to 3 million euro exit deals are floating, what do you do with your Soudal Quickstep in 2025? You scramble, you panic buy, you double down on talent, or you just keep praying. The unhappy wolf in the wolf pack. Let's switch to the office drama. Imagine being Remco, the wonder kid signed to a team that was once the Classics powerhouse, but now dragging its feet in GT support. Evenepoel himself admitted underwhelming team depth is an issue. Quote, "It's difficult for me to go into this in depth, but a bit of a shame, yes," he sighed. He bluntly criticised tactical misfires. Quote, "There's a fine line between confidence and naivety. I thought what he did was odd. The only tactic I saw was hoping Evenepoel could drop Pogačar. That's just not going to work." In other words, the GC setup around him, logistically and strategically, feels amateur hour. The roister is patchy, the climbs aren't covered, the transfers are minimal. He sees Ineos as the escape hatch, bigger resources, proven support domestiques, time trial horsepower, money to burn, and most importantly, someone else's pain cave when he cracks under Tour heat. Soudal Quickstep is now hanging by a thread, because Remco is not just their leader, he's the engine, the raison d'être behind their GC pivot. Without him, the Wolfpack might revert to a snarling shadow of its former Classics glory, or worse, simply melt into irrelevance. Soudal panic mode, desperation speaks. What does a team that's financially limited and sportingly stuck do when its marquee star is eyeing a departure? Well, they panic. Management is publicly stiffening. Jürgen Four insisted, quote, "Remco will honour his deal, so he'll definitely be riding with us for another year." But with the chilling addendum, quote, we are working on a future with and without Remco. Hang on, which one is it? Internally, whispers speak of attempts to line up super domestiques, budget relocations, and even investor pitches to solve the financial shortfall that has starved their GC ambitions. Reddit insiders, specifically from r/Peloton Hivemind, noted, quote, "Now Remco has come to realise he's being underpaid a lot compared to what he's worth, and Ineos have a lot of money. Quickstep never made sense as a long-term destination for Remco, if I'm honest." There's no sweeping official document or press release to confirm salary, but the €2 to €3 million exit figures align with budget assessments. Soudal Quickstep reportedly runs on roughly €25 million per year, not exactly elite tour winning scale, but enough to keep the lights on. Ineos, by contrast, can replace an aging Thomas with Evenepoel and declare fiscal dexterity for a week. Management is stuck. Hold him and risk locker room bitterness, or let him go and risk public collapse of their GC project. Both lead to headlines, one leads to lawsuits. Setting up Vuelta drama, the inevitable transfer. So here comes the tagline. Remco drops at Tour, team panics, Ineos offers money, exit likely. It feels inevitable. It's economic Darwinism. The Tour exit was physical, the transfer talks are emotional. Soudal Quickstep's inability to evolve quickly enough around Evenepoel's ambition, his time trial dominance, his climbing ceiling, his hunger to chase the big boys and yellow, placed him in a strategic straitjacket. He described racing the Tour with a fractured rib and lingering illness, adding mental pressure to physical exhaustion. Quote, Remco Evenepoel revealed that he raced the 2025 Tour de France with a fractured rib. Despite strong early performances, he withdrew during stage 14. The exit is projected as wise, but behind closed doors it's fueling transfer fuel. Given his fragility in Grand Tours when unsupported, and Ineos' ability to bankroll an early exit, the damage is done. Soudal Quickstep without Remco equals GC project dead in the water. Thus the drama. Can Soudal force financial arm-twisting contracts, or cling to PR vanity? Or do they watch their Tour ambitions evaporate, while glimpsing the 3.5 million freed by retiring Geraint Thomas land like manna from sponsor haven? Ineos' pitch is simple. Come lead a new GC era, buddy. We'll pay the break clause, we'll build domestiques around you, we'll give you a world-class time trial bike and infrastructure. Remco, weary of excuses and underwhelming teammates, is listening. Thanks for watching today's video. If you're new here, please click subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest cycling videos, the latest cycling news, cycling drama, and cycling results. Also feel free to comment down below your opinions in the comment section down below. I'll be interested to hear what all of you think about this, whether you think it's all just a load of nonsense, but to me it seems legitimate, like it will happen. Whether it happens next month or next year, it's bound to. Also subscribe, leave a like, and I'll catch you tomorrow.